Good day, everyone. We're going to be doing a flight from Chicago O'Hare to Atlantis. I believe it's Hartfield Airport. Going to use a real-world flight plan. Going to enter it in here manually, so bear with me. I've already set up on the runway. Everything else is set. Just got to get the flight plan in there, and we'll be on our way. If you're wondering where I get my flight plans, I get them from FlightAware. These are real-world flight plans that real pilots use. I like to do this versus any flight plan generator. They tend to work a whole lot better than a generated one. You don't run into problems. I haven't yet, anyway. We'll see today. The only thing is I haven't updated my navigaph, so I'm not sure if I have the proper star going in, but we'll see here. I'll do that after I get everything else entered here. Got 20,000 pounds of fuel, should be plenty. We are on 28 center. Of course. Well, just put 28 in here, I guess. KORD 5 is all we got now. They want Colt 1. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the star off. Oh, okay, that's a SID, I'm sorry. Now we want the arrival. Let me see what the weather is. I use Active Sky Next for my weather, even though it doesn't incorporate into X-Plane. It helps me see where the winds are coming from. 0 knots at 0 degrees. So pretty much any runway we want at this point. But let me see. They want the Colt 1, which I don't know if I have in here. It doesn't look like it. So when it doesn't do that, I go to the web page for it, which is going to be Sky Vector. You guys aren't seeing me do this, that's fine. I'm going to enter the points in manually. KATL. Looking for the arrivals, approach. Terminal arrivals, here we go. Colt 1. RNAV. Oops, yeah, there we go. So what I want to do is see what my legs are here. My final point as we stand, BNA, see if that's on there. Which it is. So all I got to enter in is about 3 points here, so we're going to enter it in. Track. DRAKK. Then I don't know how to pronounce it, Nudo or something like that. NEU TO. And then RMG should be the last one. RMG. Enter. Oh, great. I know which one it is. I'm going to guess it's this one here. We'll check the flight plan here in a minute. If it allows me to choose it. There we go. Execute. I'll know here when I check it. Go to plan. Zoom out a bit. Oh, crap. Ah, really? Okay. Clear. To the legs. Alright, here we go. Go back through this page here. Oops. Step track. Nudo. Looks like I got the right one. RMG. Atlanta. All we need is a runway. Most people do this upon reaching on their way. They don't generally enter in on the takeoff, but I'm going to go ahead and do that for now. I could change it in flight if I have to. I'm going to pick 9 left. Environ transition. Execute. Back to here. Get rid of any discontinuities. Now we should be good. And looks like we're good. Alright. Looking at about 556 miles, not a very long flight. I've got plenty of fuel left. 10.5 estimated tons of fuel upon arrival. So we're good to go. Lights on. Everything's working. Barometer's already been preset. Fuel's loaded. Flaps set to 5. Stabilizer trim set. Looks like we're good. Just take the parking brake off and we're on our way. And away we go. By the way, this is the Flight Factor 757. A very nice airplane. And we're up. Go back to map. I'm going to have to make a hard left, so I can't engage the autopilot yet because we're not facing where we need to yet.
Bank angle, bank angle, bank angle, bank angle.
Oh, bank angle. Got to be within certain degrees of the actual flight plan to engage your autopilot, or it won't find it. Yeah, we should be good to go now. Autopilot set. Another degree of put my flaps up. I just took off from Chicago O'Hare. That's a freeware scenery. You ought to check it out on the xplane.org. It's very, very nice. It's I believe they call it version 2.0. I wish I had the author's name for you. I'll try to include that in the notes below the video. If you don't have it, I really highly recommend to get it. As you can hear me, very detailed. Really can't get any better than that, even with the payware. And I also have Atlanta too, which is pretty decent freeware. Atlanta's a very big airport. There's a lot of airplanes in it. While we're flying, I just want to show you something. If you do get this version 2.0 on Chicago O'Hare, I want to show you something real quick. got Chicago O'Hare labeled. It's very, very nice. They got many gates you can start off at, and the author even put in the airline carrier that uses that particular spot. So if you want to simulate a real-world flight, it's excellent. Has many gates, many gates. It also has many static aircraft, but even with that, you have plenty of gates you can load into. You can also, which I haven't seen these on other sceneries, you can hold short of certain runways instead of just starting off on the runway like I did. Makes it very nice. All right, back to the flight. A cloudy day today. I'll go ahead and put the weather on. I don't know what we got for weather. Normally I check a website called NWS, National Mosaic Enhanced Radar Image, at radar.weather.gov. Gives me an idea where the weather's at. We might be hitting some bad weather here. Let me take a look here. I don't have that screen up for you guys, but I'll try to give you an indication where I might run into it. Actually, I think we're getting out of Dodge just in time because it's going to be off to our, well, at this point we're up to our front. I think we're heading east. No, due south. So real bad weather's off to our right somewhere. And we're going to Atlanta, so we should be good on weather. But nothing more, just a cloudy day. I'm going to get to the top of climb, which is set for 32,000. And when I get to the top of climb, I'm going to stop the video and restart the recording upon my descent into Atlanta. Save you guys all the boredom. Today we're using US Air. I'm going to turn down the sound for the exterior so when I go exterior you guys can hear me. And turn avionics down. Let's see what we got now. That didn't help much. I think I know where to go. Hold on. Gonna go here for the sound. Since this is a pay-wear aircraft, the sound's not controlled by X-Plane apparently. We got the US Airways livery going on this one. This is a 757 without the winglets. I do believe they never did really make a 757 with winglets, however I could put them on if I want, but this is the Pratt & Whitney engine variant. It does also come with a Rolls-Royce. Very pretty paint scheme. I did not purchase the 767 because I bought this one first, and I really haven't come up with the money for the 767. But if you're looking for a very nice pay-wear aircraft, the cockpit of the 767 is very similar to this one. A little bit of difference, but very similar. I'd highly recommend getting that one over the 757, even though this is a good airplane. It's got some quirks in it. They have never really ironed out on it. But I do like it. Most of the buttons in here, if not all, work. Alright, we're well past 10,000, so I'm going to turn these lights off. Should have done that a while ago, but I got to talking to you guys. We're at 19,000. We're going to go to standard barometric pressure. If I remember, I fly different airplanes, so I got to remember where everything's at here. I think it's up here. Or not. Oh. Turn that back to 2992 for standard, I guess. Do that past 18,000. Click this here so that the gauge on the co-pilot side agrees with it. I don't use any SkyMax Pro or anything like that. I do use the Real Terra Haze. It's a freeware as well. It really makes things nice in it. So if you haven't got that, it's version 4.0 at this point. For this time of the video, it's the most current. It really makes things look nicer. For those of you who are watching this video, I do live stream on Twitch, and you could should be able to read my link at the top of this video. Twitch TV/Papaws_gaming. If you want to watch me live, subscribe to me there, and enable the notifications when you do subscribe, and you'll know when I'm on. $27,000, heading for 32. Zoom out a little bit here. Yep, a little bit of weather off to the right there. I'm just using the basic default X-Plane real world weather. It's not 100% accurate, but apparently at least it knows the storm's coming like I thought it did, because I was looking on a real world map. So we're clearing that. It's a good thing we took off when we did, because it's probably going to be red off to that side there. This plane, as well as the 767, can be purchased at the xplane.org website, along with getting the livery skins that I have with it, including the US Airways one. And if you're new to X-Plane and you don't know anything about the 767, it is touted to be the best full simulator airplane in X-Plane, and I don't doubt that myself. I mean, the 757 up until that point was supposed to be the best. The 767 is supposed to rival it, and I don't doubt it does, because I've been hearing a lot of good about the 767. So if you haven't gotten it and you haven't purchased any planes, you're wondering what you should get. If you want a real in-depth study sim, you can't get anything better than that, so spend your money on that one. I think it's $64 US there. This particular model that I purchased here, just the 200 series by itself, it was $59, I believe, US. I think I got it on sale for $45 on a sale, but I don't remember. It's been about 6 months since I bought this one. Anyway, we're at our cruising altitude of 32,000, so I'm going to stop the video. You should know anything that I stopped it, but I'm going to resume it upon the descent here, and we'll see you on the way down. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're about to prepare to make our descent here. Before we do so, I'm going to go to a manual descent. Going to get off of VNAV and go to level descent, or change level descent. I'm going to slow down to 250 before we make our descent. Get it off a Mach here. Okay, continuing, just for further information, that KORD scenery by DwarfG You can download it, the link I posted below at xplane.org. It is free, freeware. Like I said, he's done an excellent job on it. Take a look at the link. He is, if you take a look at his profile, it says he's also working on KCLT, or Charlotte International, out of North Carolina. Presently, he just started on it, so there's no word from him as to how long that's going to take, but he indicates it's going to be every bit as good a quality as his KORD. Featuring his KORD again, he indicates that the features of it include every gate realistically modeled. Gates include realistic static aircraft and ground objects. Hold on, I'll continue on here until we start making our descent here. Start off at 1200, I think, to begin with, and we're on our way down. Also includes custom static aircraft and objects, has auto gate at all empty gates, north and south cargo areas, general aircraft, airline hangars modeled, airport roads and parking areas are realistically modeled, ortho imagery provides realistic ground textures in the airport area, animated airport train and ground service vehicles, accurate taxiways and runways as of spring 2016, including their new runway 10 right and 28 left. It also has HDR night lighting. So you're going to also need quite a few of the libraries. They're basically support files for that scenery. He's listed about 10 of them. However, I do have a link down below for a scenery library installer, which should install every scenery library you need for X-Plane. I haven't run into any mapping issues or anything with not using that, but go ahead and download that as well to make that his scenery and everything work properly. All those files do go in your custom scenery directory. I also have a few other links posted down below from my website and something else here. I haven't. You got the library installer, also the Flight Factor 757 at the xplane.org link. So check those out. We are currently 114 miles out, descending past 29,000. Weather is expected cloudy at Hartsfield Atlanta International Airport. Winds are still calm. Barometer is 30.21, which will readjust at the transition altitude of 18,000, if I remember. Gonna go set the brakes, auto brakes at 2. Right now we'll arm the speed brakes, but I may need to use that in the descent somewhere along the way. Probably not, but we'll see. Need to set the ILS frequency now that I think about it. We'll go into here and it'll tell me what we need. 110.5. Do that down here. And a course of 092 for the final approach. And we need to set the VREF speeds. And we'll do comfortable at 122, awesome. 20 degrees flat. By clicking that does change that up on the speed bugs here. It doesn't give you any audio indicator, it does that, but it's set now. I'm going to be live streaming on May 27th on Friday. I'm also going to be hosting some viewers of mine on my future live streams. I'm currently going to be live streaming with a user by the name of LT Parker, or Lieutenant Parker, from Kenosha, Wisconsin. He's going to be assisting me as my virtual co-pilot. It's not going to be a true shared co-pilot experience. However, he's going to help me along with my checklists as he watches the live stream. He'll also be on in my chat program by the name of Discord. If you don't have that and you do wish to be part of my live streams, download Discord. Just do a Google search on it. I don't have a link available. And download that, and we can get you in there. We slowed to 250. We'll probably slow down a little more when we get about 50 miles out. Currently at 94 miles out. And if you guys do have any questions regarding flight or anything that you don't understand, maybe as a new pilot or whatever, feel free to leave me a message on my Twitch channel. Again, the link down below. And hit the follow button if you wouldn't mind. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. And if you do wish to be part of the in-flight chat with the Discord program, download it, like I said, and also leave me a message on my Twitch channel that you're interested, and we'll fit you in on a flight. We can have more than just 2 people on there. It'd be awesome. We did not hit any weather on the cruise portion of the flight, and don't expect anything other than clouds on the way in. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the weather portion on the radar, so we're not going to hit anything. Going to zoom in a little bit, keep an eye on the route. Currently have a 13 knot semi-tailwind there. I had to zoom back out. I want to keep an eye on this green line here. That's presently where we're expected to be on this line here at 4,000 feet. But I'd rather be kind of back over this way. But it's probably going to back its way up as we get down lower. If it doesn't, then I got to descent a little faster. 1,200's a nice, comfortable cruise without having to throw speed brakes on. Do a quick exterior view. And we're currently over. We pretty much just got into Georgia. No major towns in the area. I'm seeing Rome and Dalton. So we're up in the northwest corner of Georgia, heading towards Atlanta. According to the map for you Georgians that may be watching it, we're over the we're approaching the Sims mountain range, in the big Texas Valley right in front of that. Send just a little bit faster. I can adjust this as we go along. Oops, faster, not slower. There we go. It looks about where we're going to want to be, but like I said, it's probably going to back up some, so I'll readjust as we get down lower. Probably be safe to go ahead and zoom back out again. Yep. As we get down lower, this probably the wind speed's probably going to come down. I'm still showing column 0. There's no speed on any winds. We are now at 18.6, so I'm going to go ahead and readjust the barometric pressure to calibrate the altitude at 30.21. And I get an altimeter disagree with the copilot, that's fine. Just click this here and they sync together. Go ahead and slow down now. Make it about 200. Keep going the wrong way. Alright, got to throw a little bit of speed brake on here because we're not slowing down. Fifty miles out. Going to double check the approach speeds. Might have done it a little bit too early, so I'm going to make sure that they're the same. 122. I think that changed a little bit, so I'm going to click it again. Yeah, just a little bit. Still flaps 20. Descent still looking good. Particular airplane, you got to be careful on your speeds on turns, otherwise it just loses its lock on your flight plan. So I'm going to slow it down about 180 before we make the turn. Just estimating arrival at 1935 Zulu time, or at 1928, so we get a roughly 7 minutes. Oh, turn the speed brake off. I forget that quite a bit. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention, this plane does include a full cabin. Fully modeled cabin. I do believe that's a business class, not first class. Got business class and economy. Very nice. There are quite a few out there that are even pay where that don't have cabins on them. All right, approaching 10,000 feet. That's when we activate our landing lights. I'm going to go ahead and hit the taxi light, even though the gear's not extended, because I'll forget if I don't. Miles out. Going to go ahead and throw one notch of flaps and slow it down to about 180. Probably going to have to throw the speed brakes back on. Yep. .7 miles out. After we make our turn, I'll start slowing down for our final approach speed. Extend a few more notches of flaps. See, 20 on this. I use different airplanes, so I gotta remember where it's at. Okay, it's gonna be at the 3 o'clock position. We're at 7,700 feet, going down to 4,000. We'll level off of 4,000 until we catch the glide slope, and then we make our descent from there. Should be at about 4,000 in Zabel, more than likely. Let me check what their height requirement is for Zabel. 4,000, so it's looking good. And might go a little steeper. Down to 180. Making our final turn in. And from here, it's straight shut in. Gotta slow down a bit. Leave the speed brakes on to help us slow down. Another notch notch of flaps. Actually, we'll do 2 more. $16 out. Yeah, no, speed brakes extended. Whatever. Okay, gonna take those off, I guess. Put them in the arm position for now. Motor brake set, good to go there. The only other thing we're going to use gear down and roughly 10 miles out. I'm still showing on Active Sky Next 0 winds. I'm showing 2 right now as a crosswind, no big deal. That'll probably go to 0, more than likely when we get there. Surface level pressure in X-plane 3.2. It's probably going to be it. So I'm going to go ahead and change that 1 notch here. Only makes 10 foot of difference, but it could be a little hard on landing gear if you do it with the wrong barometer. Alright, 13 miles out. Start slowing down just a tad more. Miles out. Go ahead and throw the last notch of flaps down to 20. Ground speed's 139. $11 out. Should be able to capture the glide slope very shortly. Slows down to 122. Speed brakes. I think are armed. Yep, they're armed. We're good to go there. And it's not indicating any wind, so Active Sky was true to that. Barometer still 3.20. 10 miles out. Gear down. And I'm going to go ahead and capturing the glide slope here, so I'm going to get it before this gets down to the center line here, so we're going to arm it by hitting the approach button. That should get me in line with the runway with this getting to the center over here. Should be on our way down. Ground speed 131. Should be fully configured for our landing. Outer marker beacon, let me know we're getting close. 27 left, it should be the one up on the left side there. So this is also freeware scenery. It's not as good as the KORD, but it's definitely it's nice. It's got a lot of the runways, a lot of the gates over here. Got the tower. Again, freeware scenery at theexplained.org. I'm not sure what version or who made it. Six miles out. Probably slow down a little bit. Ground speed showing a little faster than what we need. Do a quick outside shot. Nice straight on shot in. We don't have any crabbing going on due to wind. Right on the ball, 2 red, 2 white. Atlanta is one of the busiest airports in the world. Chicago, I was reading up, and it's like the eighth most busy airport. Okay, we're going to pay attention to the landing here now. Ground speed 123. That's good enough. Parameter is 3021. I'll be darned. Okay. Turn that up 1 for the hell of it. And coasting on in. Minimums, we're good. Visual runway, very clear.
100.
Autopilot off. Oh, throttle off.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And we are down. Put the reversers on. Reversers should have been off earlier, but I was trying to show you the outside view. And we are at Atlanta. As you see, it's a pretty airport as well. Can't complain for freeware. So if we get her stopped and turned into the terminal here. Can't remember if this has auto gate or not. Flaps up. Take the spoilers off. Go back and turn my overhead lighting off. Overhead, yeah. Landing lights. Doesn't look like it has auto gate. That's okay. It's still pretty. Turn on in and park over here. And here we are in Atlanta, folks. Let's go ahead and put the parking brake on. Oh, it did have auto gate. Look at there. There it is. I'm going to pull up a little farther. Tells me what airplane it is. Tells me when to stop. So I'm going to go ahead and put the parking brake on. And now on the external view, the jetway. Jetway will come to the airplane once I shut the engines off, which I'll go ahead and do that now. I'll turn on the APU first. Gives us power when I shut the engines off. Put it back on, and we're gonna put the generator on so we have power when I turn the engines off. Yeah, I know. APU not gonna be fired up, but anyway, we're gonna go to the outside here, and there's the jetway going right through my airplane. Not modeled very well, but at least on this particular airport, usually they are. I mean, I parked right on the money here. So anyway, they owe me a lot of money for a new airplane. Everybody, get out. Alright. Turn off the strobes. Beacon can come off. Nav light should stay on. And that's our flight, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, follow my Twitch channel. And we'll all have fun together. Have a good day.